The great and powerful Malcolm X was one of the most influential figures of the 20th century. But how much do you really know about him? Here are 5 things you didn't know about Malcolm X. Number 1. He almost became a minister. Malcolm X was offered the position of Minister of the Nation of Islam after his mentor, Elijah Muhammad, passed away in 1975. This came as a shock to many, as Malcolm X had broken away from the NOI, or Nation of Islam, in 1964 after becoming disillusioned with its leader, Elijah Muhammad. The split between Malcolm and the NOI was so bad that when Malcolm left, he even started his own rival group called the Organization of Afro-American Unity. So it was quite surprising when less than a decade later, he was offered the top position in the NOI. But it wasn't all that surprising when you consider that Malcolm X had been one of the NOI's most brilliant and charismatic members, and had done more to spread the message of the Nation of Islam than anyone else. In fact, it was Malcolm's fiery rhetoric that made him famous, and brought thousands upon thousands of Black Americans into the fold of the NOI ultimately. Malcolm declined the offer to become minister, saying that he did not want to be a religious leader but rather a revolutionary leader. Number 2. Some sources claim that Malcolm X met with President John F. Kennedy. That statement is incorrect. Malcolm X and President John F. Kennedy did not meet at the White House. They did not have any documented interactions. While they were both prominent figures in 1963, Malcolm X was known for his radical views and affiliation with the Nation of Islam, which clashed with Kennedy's more moderate approach to civil rights. The statement likely confuses Malcolm X's broader historical context with a specific event. Number 3. He had a secret daughter. You may not know this, but Malcolm X had a secret daughter named Atala Shabazz. She was born in 1962 to Malcolm and his wife Betty. But her existence was kept secret for nearly 50 years because her parents were members of the Nation of Islam, which believed that extramarital affairs were a sin. In fact, her mother Betty was one of the few women who was allowed to divorce Malcolm. Number 4. He recorded his autobiography twice. The autobiography of Malcolm X is one of the most important texts of the civil rights era. It details his life story from his childhood in Detroit to his emergence as a leading figure in the civil rights movement. But what many people don't know is that Malcolm recorded his life story twice. Once in 1964 and again in 1965. The first recording was made with the help of a white journalist named Alex Haley, who published it in 1965. The second recording was made with the help of a black journalist named Earl Conrad, but it wasn't published until 1978. What's interesting is that the 2 versions are slightly different. For example, in the first recording, Malcolm talks about his involvement with the Nation of Islam and his break with Elijah Muhammad. But in the second recording, he doesn't talk about this at all. Instead, he focuses more on his experiences in prison and his travels abroad. Number 5. He was fluent in Arabic. When Malcolm X visited Mecca in 1964, he converted to Sunni Islam and changed his name to El Hajj Malik, El Shabazz. But what many people don't know is that he also became fluent in Arabic. In fact, he was so fluent that he gave a sermon in Arabic at the University of Arizona in 1964. Unfortunately, the recording of this sermon is lost, but we know that he spoke about the importance of Pan-Africanism and the need for Black people to control their own institutions. He also spoke about the beauty of Islam and the importance of submitting to the will of Allah. So there you have it. 5 things you didn't know about Malcolm X. Do you admire this great leader? Why or why not? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more great videos about Black history and culture. Thanks for watching.